From the dark corner of an old warehouse, I watched my cheating wife and her lover searching frantically for me. Their message read, "There's no escape, cuckold. We'll finish you." My fingers typed back calmly, "I'm not going anywhere. Be me, 31-year-old Benjamin Clark. Living in San Diego. Software architect at major tech company. Making serious bank. Perfect life from the outside. Beautiful house near the beach. Drive a Tesla Model S. Married to Marie for 7 years. Something feels off lately. Standing by the window watching rain hit glass. Mine can't stop racing. Marie's been acting weird. Coming home late constantly. Blaming it on work meetings. Her laugh sounds different now. Forced and hollow. Try to convince myself it's just stress, but gut feeling won't shut up. Tonight, she rushed out dressed fancy. Claims it's just dinner with girlfriends. Clock hits midnight. Still not home. Notice her laptop still open on kitchen counter. Email notification still active. See preview from someone named Richard. Can't wait to see you tonight, babe. Blood runs cold. Grip counter so hard knuckles turn white. Almost walk away. Almost pretend I didn't see it. Curiosity wins? Click the email. Read the whole chain. Each word makes me want to puke. That dress last night was killer. Too bad we couldn't finish what we started in the car. I'll sneak away this weekend if you can. Benjamin's too clueless to catch on LOL. Benjamin? That's me. Clueless. Word hits like a fucking truck. Don't remember grabbing jacket? Don't remember walking to car. Somehow end up parked outside Giovanni's restaurant, where Richard suggested they meet. Spot Marie's white BMW gleaming under streetlight. Military training kicks in. Stay in shadows. Watch entrance like a hawk. Heart nearly stops. See Marie walk out, arm in arm with some douchebag in expensive suit. Tall, square-jawed prick. They kiss, long and deep. Want to rush over. Want to tear Richard apart? Control myself. Take out phone instead. Snap pictures. This isn't just personal anymore. This is war. Before I can leave, hear Marie's laugh echo across parking lot. Benjamin's clueless, she says loud enough to hear. Poor guy probably thinks I'm at book club. Something breaks inside me. Part that wanted to save marriage. Part that wanted rational discussion. D's right there in parking lot. Keep listening. Gets worse. Richard speaks. Maybe it's time to wrap this up. Divorce him and we can finally live like we want. Marie's response makes me sick. Nah, not yet. I'm milking him for everything. Once I clear out his savings, then we'll talk. Not just emotional betrayal. It's calculated. It's vicious. Slip away unnoticed. Not retreating. Regrouping. Back in car. Drenched from rain. Shaking with rage. Text Marie. Have fun at book club. Hope the girls enjoyed your company tonight. Response comes fast. Yes, sweetie, it was lovely. I'll be home soon. Love you. She has no idea. No fucking clue. Her lies are unraveling. Smile bitterly. Mind racing with plans. This won't be simple confrontation. Oh no, Marie. You want to play games? I just leveled the fucking field. Walk back into house. Silence feels heavy. Walls seem to mock my naivety. Toss soaked jacket over chair. Stare at wedding photo on mantle. Marie beaming in white dress. Eyes full of supposed love. Not sure if any of it was real anymore. Need more than emails and pictures. Evidence is my shield. Won't go into battle unarmed. Pull out phone. Open tracker app. Installed it on Marie's phone months ago. Not for spying back then. Just for safety. Funny how things change. Check her location. Still at Richard's apartment. Perfect. Spend next 4 hours going through everything. Her laptop. Her purse. Desk drawers. Each one like opening a minefield of lies. Find credit card receipts. Expensive restaurants I never heard of. Victoria's Secret lingerie. I never saw. Hidden phone behind stack of books. Phone is locked. Won't stop me. Try a few combinations. Crack it on third try. Password is Richard123. Actually laugh at how predictable it is. What I find makes me sick. Text after text. Explicit messages. Photos. Plans that turn my stomach. One message catches my eye. Can't wait for our getaway. Let's take Benjamin's SUV. More comfortable for the drive to the cabin. They're planning to use my fucking Tesla. My car. Clench jaw so hard it hurts. Throw phone on counter. Breathe heavily. Rage threatens to spill over. Something else hits me. Why didn't she mention any trip? Scroll through messages more. Find what I'm looking for. Trip planned for this weekend. 2 days from now. She wasn't even going to make up excuse. When Marie walks through door later, I'm waiting in living room. She doesn't look surprised to see me awake. Looks annoyed instead. Benjamin, why are you up? It's late. Could ask you the same thing. Keep voice eerily calm. Marie pauses. Hand tightens on purse strap. Book club ran late. You know how Stephanie gets when she starts rambling. Stephanie doesn't exist. Stand up slowly. Walk toward her. Did Stephanie enjoy the wine? Or was it more of a Richard kind of night? Her face freezes for a split second, forces a laugh. What are you talking about? Richard? Who's Richard? Voice sweet and innocent. Can see cracks in her facade. I'm talking about your boyfriend. Pull out phone. Show photos from Giovanni's. Watch color drain from her face. She doesn't even try to deny it. Okay, fine, she snaps. Drops purse on floor. Yes, I was with him. But you've been so distant lately, Benjamin. You're married to your job, to your stupid routines. I needed something real. Something real? Words feel like slap in face. You mean sneaking around behind my back? Using me like some ATM? While you play house with that idiot? Oh, spare me the self-righteous act, she spits. You're not perfect, Benjamin. You're boring. Predictable. You wouldn't even notice if I disappeared for a week. Her voice gets louder. Accusations sharper. All I see is cold, calculating woman she's become. Was I boring when I saved your father's house from foreclosure? Voice rising to match hers. Was I predictable when I took care of you during surgery? Don't rewrite history, Marie. You're just a selfish liar. Room goes silent. Just sound of her shallow breathing. Then she laughs. Bitter, venomous sound. Maybe I am, she says. Crosses arms. But at least I'm honest about it now. And guess what? Richard's everything you're not. Exciting. Passionate. Alive. He makes me feel like I matter. Stare at her dumbfounded. You matter? You've got funny way of showing it, Marie. Did I matter when you were planning weekend getaway in my car? Did I matter when you were draining our accounts for your little adventures? She flinches. Expression quickly hardens. What do you want me to say, Benjamin? That I'm sorry? Fine. I'm sorry you're not enough for me anymore. Words hit like freight train. Didn't think she could hurt me more. But she managed. That night, don't sleep. Sit in darkness. Replay every moment of our relationship. Every memory now poisoned by her betrayal. Anger burns hot and steady, but underneath something colder. Something sharper. Pure determination. This isn't over. Won't be the fool she leaves behind. Marie and Richard think they're clever, but they underestimated me. Sit there as plan forms in mind. By time dawn breaks through window, I'm ready. Wake next morning with clarity. Haven't felt this focused in years. Pain and betrayal still there, but not distracting anymore. Now they fuel me. Have one objective. Expose Marie and Richard. Show them for the conniving parasites they are. Make sure they feel consequences. Start by making calls. First to my lawyer. A sharp woman named Samantha. Specializes in high conflict divorces. She doesn't sugarcoat anything. Benjamin, evidence you have is solid, but you need more. If you want to ensure she doesn't take penny more than entitled to, gather everything. Financial records, texts, emails, and whatever you do, don't confront her directly again until we file. Her advice is clear, but waiting isn't my strong suit. Later that afternoon, take deep dive into finances. Results worse than expected. Marie's been siphoning money. Joint account getting drained for months. Hidden account under her name. Thousands gone, probably spent on Richard. And their little escapades, puzzle pieces coming together. But need to confirm one last detail. Their weekend getaway. Check tracker app again. Marie back at Richard's apartment. Know she'll be there most of day. Have time. Take spare key to her BMW. One she doesn't know I kept to drive to her work parking lot. Find her car. Plant GPS tracker under bumper. Before leaving, slip small recorder into glove box. Plan is simple. If they talk openly in car, more proof of affair. More proof of plans to screw me over. Opportunity comes faster than expected. That evening, Marie strolls into house. Acts like nothing happened. Hey, Benjamin. Drops purse on table casually. How was your day? Fine. Don't look up from laptop. Yours? Busy. Pours herself glass of wine. Work's been insane lately. You know how it is. Don't respond. She doesn't press further. Almost laughable. How easily she slips back into web of lies. Like confrontation never happened. Marie wanders upstairs. Stay in kitchen. Pretending to finish work. Actually reviewing messages from recorder. Retrieved it from car earlier. Hit play. Marie's voice comes through clear. We'll take Benjamin's Tesla. He's too dumb to notice anything missing. If he asks, I'll just say I lent it to friend. Richard laughs. You sure he's not catching on? You said he was acting weird last night. He's harmless, Marie replies dismissively. He talks big game, but he won't do anything. He's too soft for that. Soft, clench fists. Let their words sink in. Marie and Richard think they're untouchable. That arrogance will be their downfall. Friday arrives. Marie practically glowing. Packing bag for work retreat. Doesn't even bother with convincing excuse. Benjamin, I'll be back late Sunday. Kisses my cheek like nothing wrong. Don't wait up for me, okay? Not. Mask rage with smile. Have fun. As soon as she drives off in my Tesla, grab keys. Follow at safe distance. GPS tracker pings location every few seconds. Leads out of city, toward mountains. After about hour, Marie pulls into remote gas station. Richard waiting in his Audi. They exchange quick kiss. Head up winding road toward cabin. Stay back. Keep them in sight. Far enough they won't notice. Finally reach cabin. Secluded spot. Surrounded by dense trees. Perfect for what I planned. Park down road. Move on foot. Blend into shadows. Sun dipping below horizon. Military training kicks in. Every step silent. Every movement calculated. From edge of property, can see them through cabin window. Laughing. Drinking. Like they don't have care in world. Pull out phone. Send text to Marie. Hope you're having fun at work retreat. Miss you already. Watch as she glances at phone. Expression barely changes. Tosses it aside. Richard says something. Makes her laugh. She leans in to kiss him. Disgusting. Snap few photos from position. Evidence plain and simple. But not done yet. Few minutes later, phone buzzes. Not from Marie. From Richard. There's nowhere to run. We'll finish you off soon. So accept your fate. Audacity makes blood boil. They think this is joke. Game they can win. Don't know who they're messing with. Reply immediately. I'm not running anywhere, bastards. And guess who's in my crosshairs right now? From position. Can see Richard's phone light up. He freezes. Smile faltering as reads message. Take out rifle from bag. Steady hand on scope. Aim just close enough to scare them. Finger hovers over trigger. Let the games begin. Whisper to self. Pull trigger. Rifle cracks like thunder. Sound splits quiet mountain air. Shot wasn't meant to kill. Yet, bullet buries in thick wooden beam. Inches from where Richard had been leaning. Inside cabin chaos erupts. Through scope watch, Richard dived to ground. Scrambling for cover, Marie freezes in terror. Her mouth moving. Shouting something can't hear. Phone buzzes again. Richard calling. Ignore it. Save her tension. Send another text instead. Didn't think I'd find you, did you? Game over. Inside cabin, see Richard yank Marie down beside him. He's yelling now. Gestures frantic. Like some scene from action movie. Maybe thinks he's hero. He's not. Moves swiftly through forest. Silent as shadow. Closing gap between me and cabin. Want them to feel hunted? No, this isn't random scare. It's personal. Boots press into soft earth. Each step deliberate. Calculated. Another buzz. Marie this time. Benjamin, please stop. Let's talk. You don't have to do this. Laugh bitterly under breath. Talk. She wants to talk. After what she's done. After lies and betrayal. After turning me into joke. With her pathetic excuse of man. She thinks we can just talk. Type back. Talk like you talked to Richard? About stealing my money? Or using my car? Save it. Through trees have clear view. Cabin's back door. Light inside flickers. Richard fumbling with something. Phone maybe. Or weapon. Still shouting at Marie. His bravado cracking under pressure. Marie crying now. Mascara streaking down face. Clutching her knees. Her voice reaches me. Muffled but clear. This is all your fault, Richard. Smirk. Cracks already forming. Take out phone again. Send one more message. You wanted weekend to remember. I'll make sure you never forget it. Another shot rings out. This one aimed at cabin side window. Glass explodes inward. Their screams echo through woods. Time to move in. Sling rifle over shoulder. Approach cabin. Stay low and quiet. Heart steady. Breathing calm. Years of training prepared me. Back then, hunted enemies overseas. Not people I once trusted most. Reach side of cabin. Press against wall. Inside, Richard barking orders. Like third-rate action hero. Stay down! I'll handle this. Pacing tiny living room. Marie sobbing uncontrollably. Rocking back and forth on floor. Benjamin's lost his mind. He's going to kill us! Kick back door open. Single blow. Force sends it crashing against wall. Sound like bomb going off. Richard spins around. Face pale as ghost. Holding kitchen knife. Pathetic. Benjamin, man, let's talk about this. Stammers. Raises hands in surrender gesture. Step inside. Level rifle at him. Put it down. Say coldly. Richard hesitates. Glances at Marie. Still curled up on floor. I said put it down. Steel in voice breaks whatever fantasy. Richard was clinging to. Drops knife with clatter. Benjamin, please. Marie sobs. Crawling toward me on hands and knees. This isn't what it looks like. I was going to tell you everything. Look down at her. Face expressionless. Save your breath, Marie. I've seen enough. I've heard enough. And I know exactly who you are. She freezes. Tear-streaked face contorts with fear. It wasn't like that. Richard pressured me. He manipulated me. Bark out laugh. Manipulated you? Was that before or after you started stealing from me? Or maybe when you decided I was too boring to keep around? Marie's face twists into anger. You don't understand. You've always been so distant, so wrapped up in your stupid routines. I was miserable. Miserable? Lower rifle slightly. And instead of talking to me like adult, you decided to screw around with him? Richard opens mouth to speak. Silence him with glare. You don't get say in this, Richard. Lucky I don't break every bone in your body right now. He shrinks back, hands still raised. Reach into pocket, toss recorder onto floor. Clatter echoes loudly. Play it. Say coldly. Marie hesitates, eyes darting to Richard, who looks just as clueless. Play it with trembling hands. She picks up recorder, hits play. Her own voice fills room. Clear and damning. We'll take Benjamin's Tesla. He's too dumb to notice anything missing. Her face turns white as recording continues, detailing every disgusting plan they made behind my back. When it ends, lean down, face inches from hers. How miserable are you now, Marie? Straighten up, sling rifle back over shoulder. I'm done with you. You can have Richard, the cabin, the lies, all of it. But you're not getting single cent from me. Lawyers will see to that. Marie scrambles to feet, panic escalating. Wait, Benjamin, please. Don't do this. Ignore her. Step toward door. Oh, and Richard paused to glance back at trembling idiot. Ever come near me again? You'll wish I only had rifle. Walk out into night. Leave them to ruin they built. Cool mountain air hits face. Adrenaline still spiking. But keep movement steady. Purposeful. Confrontation went exactly as planned. Maybe even better. Didn't need to hurt them physically. Watching them crumble under own lies. Far more satisfying. But not naive. This isn't over. Not by long shot. People like Marie and Richard don't slink away quietly. They scheme, they retaliate. Have to be ready. Make it back to car. Park down dirt road. Sit for a moment. Gathering thoughts. Image of Marie on knees, begging for another chance. Replays in mind, part of me, small wounded part, wants to believe her. Believe she was manipulated. That excuses hold sliver of truth. But then remember her texts. Her laughter with Richard. Smug look night before. No, Marie isn't sorry for what she did. Sorry she got caught. Pull out phone. Dial Samantha, my lawyer. Benjamin, everything okay? She asks, voice sharp. It's done, say steadily. Confronted them. Got everything on tape. Sending it over now? Samantha lets out low whistle. That's bold. You sure they won't try to twist this back on you? They can try, reply calmly. But I'll be ready. Spend drive back to city. Alternating between calm determination and flashes of rage. Every mile reminder of life I built. One Marie trampled on. By time reach house. Exhaustion hits hard. Body feels heavy. Mind racing with scenarios. What might come next? Park and driveway. Half expect Marie to be inside. Waiting, but house is silent. Good. Need solitude to prepare for whatever she'll throw next. Next morning, phone buzzes incessantly. Messages and missed calls flood in. Not just from Marie, from mutual friends, even her family. Marie, Benjamin, we need to talk. Please answer me. Marie's mom. Benjamin, I don't know what's going on, but Marie is in bad place. Can you please call her? Mutual friend. Dude, Marie told us everything. This is insane. Are you okay? Ignore them all. Let silence speak for itself. If Marie thinks she can control narrative, she's sorely mistaken. Around noon, knock at door startles me. Open cautiously. Find Richard standing there, face bruised, hand wrapped in makeshift bandage. Benjamin, he begins, voice trembling. Look, man, I just want to talk. Think we got off on wrong foot. Stare at him unimpressed. You've got 5 seconds to get off my property. Before I call cops? Wait. He holds up hands. Marie's losing it, okay? She's blaming me for everything. I just want to clear air. Clear the air? Step forward. You think you can walk up to my house? After screwing my wife, playing me for fool. And I'll what? Shake your hand. Forgive you? It's not like that, Richard stammers. Marie told me. Marie told you. Cut him off. Voice cold. That's your problem, Richard. You believe her lies, just like I did. Now get out. Before I show you what else I learned in Army, Richard's mouth opens and closes, like fish gasping for air. Finally turns, stumbles back to car. That night, Marie makes her move. Sitting in living room, reviewing financial documents, Samantha sent over. When door slams open, Marie storms in, face mixture of rage and desperation. Benjamin, she screams. What the hell are you doing? Stay seated. Keep calm. You'll have to be more specific, Marie. What part of your life crumbling confuses you? Her eyes blaze with fury. You've been talking to lawyers, freezing accounts, ruining everything. How could you do this to me? How could I do this to you? Repeat words. Voice rising for first time. Are you serious right now? After everything you've done, you still have nerve to act like victim? Marie's fury wavers. Flicker of fear crosses face. Benjamin, I made mistake. Stupid, selfish mistake. But we can fix this. We can go to counseling. Work through it. Cut her off. Stand up now. Stop. Just stop. This isn't about counseling or mistakes. You didn't slip up, Marie. You made choice. Repeatedly, lied to my face, stole from me, turned our marriage into joke. Her face twists with anger again. You were never there for me. Always working. Always distracted. What did you expect me to do? Anything but this, say coldly. But you couldn't even give me that. Now it's over, Marie. Lawyers will sort out rest. She stares at me. Face mask of disbelief. You're really doing this? I already did. Hand her copy of separation papers. She leaves that night. But battle far from over. Over next week, she and Richard try everything. Angry texts, tearful voicemails, showing up unannounced. Stand firm. Document every move they make. Feed it all to Samantha. Final blow comes when send recordings to mutual friends and her family. Whatever sympathy Marie tried to milk dries up fast once they hear her scheming in her own voice. By end of month, Marie out of house. Accounts locked down. Richard nowhere to be seen. Stand in empty living room. Silence heavy but freeing. End of one chapter. Start of something better. Week of uneasy silence passes. After Marie and Richard's retreat, expected them to regroup, lash out in dramatic way. But nothing comes. For brief moment, think it might be over. Maybe Marie realized nothing left to salvage. Then threats begin. First text arrives. You can't erase me, Benjamin. I'll make sure you pay for what you've done. Don't forget I know things about you too. Stare at message. Shake head. Typical Marie. Wynn can't manipulate with tears or guilt. Resorts to veiled threats. Know her game too well now. Respond with single word. Try that night. Reviewing more documents from Samantha. Phone buzzes again. This time it's photo. Picture of my Tesla. Parked outside gym. You're predictable, Benjamin. You always go there at night. What if something happened? To that nice car of yours? Stomach tightens. They're watching me. Immediately call Jim's front desk. Manager guy named Ryan confirms. My worst suspicion. Yeah, I just saw someone lurking near parking lot. Looked like guy, but took off when I stepped outside. Thanks, Ryan. Say tone clipped. Keep eye out, will you? Next day, Tesla fine, but tension suffocating. Everywhere I go, feel like someone watching. Marie's threats grow bolder, more unhinged. Richard's right. You're just coward hiding behind lawyers. Come face us if you're so tough. You don't scare me, Benjamin. I know all about your little war hero act. Let's see what court thinks. When I tell them truth about you, laugh bitterly at that one. Truth. Marie wouldn't know truth if it slapped her in face. That evening, get call from Samantha. Benjamin, we've got problem, she says, tone serious. Marie filed police report, claiming you threatened her with gun. She's trying to set you up. Blood runs cold. She what? She's accusing you of domestic violence. Samantha continues. Classic tactic. She's hoping to paint you as aggressor so she can claim upper hand in court. Clench fists. Mind racing. Can she make that stick? Not if we play cards right. Samantha assures me. You have recordings, texts, timeline. All on your side, but need to act fast. If this goes to court, it'll get ugly. Ugly doesn't begin to cover it. 2 days later, police officer knocks on door, hands me restraining order. Filed by Marie. Claims I'm threat to her safety. She's claiming you threatened her with gun at cabin. Officer explains, expression neutral. Don't know details, but you'll need to comply with order. Until this sorted out in court, bite back urge to argue. Understood? Say taking paperwork. As soon as officer leaves, call Samantha. Relax, she says. This is scare tactic. Stick to facts. Keep documenting everything. Don't engage with her directly. This will blow up in her face soon enough. But Marie isn't done. That night, sitting in living room, phone buzzes again. Text from unknown number. You thought you could outsmart us. There's nowhere to run. We'll finish you off soon. So accept your fate. Stare at screen. Heart pounding. This isn't just Marie now. Richard involved too. They're escalating. Reply immediately. I'm not running anywhere, bastards. And guess who's in my crosshairs right now? Send message to Samantha. With note, proof they're harassing me. Her response swift. Perfect. Keep them talking. Every message another nail in their coffin. That night can't sleep. Every creak of house makes me reach for pistol, locked in bedside drawer. Not letting these clowns push me around, but can't shake feeling. Something big coming. Around 2 a.m., phone buzzes again. This time it's video. Footage shaky, taken from backseat of car. Camera pans to familiar house. Richard's voice whispers behind camera. Think your lawyer can save you now, Benjamin? Bolt upright. Dial Samantha immediately. She answers groggy. Benjamin, what's wrong? Check your cameras. Say voice urgent. Richard's at your house. He sent me video. She swears under breath. Give me second. Tense silence follows. Hear her fumbling with phone. Got him, she says finally. He's on footage. I'm calling cops. Be careful, warn her. These two are desperate. Next day, meet Samantha at office. She looks shaken but determined. Cops caught him tailing me. Slides folder across desk. And guess what? He had backpack full of tools. Lockpicks, crowbar, even burner phone. He's facing charges now. Flip through photos of Richard's arrest. Grim satisfaction settling in chest. And Marie? Ask. Samantha smiles faintly. She's in for nasty surprise. When we present this in court, her little partner in crime just made our case whole lot easier. Drive home that evening. Allow myself rare moment of hope. For first time in weeks. Feels like I'm winning. Marie and Richard's game's falling apart. Their lies unraveling. Under weight of own arrogance. But deep down, no better than let guard down. People like them. Don't give up without fight. And I'm ready for whatever comes next. Courtroom cold. Walls unforgiving gray. Matching tension in air. Marie sits at her table. Expression oscillating. Between smug confidence and flickers of panic. Richard not here. Still cooling off in holding cell. After botched attempt to intimidate Samantha, she leans over. Whispers to me. She's cornered. She's desperate. Don't react to anything. Let evidence speak. Nod jaw tight. This is it. Culmination of weeks of deceit. Threats and manipulation. Marie out of moves. But can't underestimate her. Not yet. Proceedings start. Samantha methodically presents evidence. Text messages. Video of Richard stalking her house. Timeline of Marie's lies. All laid bare piece by piece. Marie's attorney tries painting her as victim. Claims she acted out of fear and confusion. They lean heavily on restraining order. Frame me as volatile husband with history of aggression. Then come recordings. Samantha stands, holds up USB drive like trophy. Your Honor, we have several audio recordings that clearly demonstrate Mrs. Clark's intent to deceive, manipulate, and extort Mr. Clark. These recordings, along with text messages, show her restraining order was not only baseless, but deliberate ploy to gain leverage. Marie's face pales. As recordings play for court, her voice fills room, dripping with malice. As she schemes with Richard. Don't worry, Marie's voice hisses from speakers. We'll pin it all on Benjamin. He's too proud to fight dirty. We'll take him for everything. Keep eyes forward. Refuse to look at her. See her shoulders slump from corner of eye. When Marie's turn to take stand, she tries summoning usual theatrics. Benjamin was always controlling, begins voice trembling. In practice fragility, I felt trapped, like I couldn't breathe. Richard was just an escape. A mistake, sure, but I was scared. Benjamin's military background made me feel like I was constantly under surveillance, like he could snap at any moment. Clench fists under table, keep face neutral. She's spinning web of lies again, but evidence is airtight. Samantha's cross-examination brutal. You claim you were afraid of your husband, yet repeatedly initiated contact. After filing restraining order, can you explain that? Marie fumbles for answer. I just wanted closure. And what about text messages? Where you and Mr. Andrews, your alleged accomplice, threatened Mr. Clark and his lawyer. Was that closure too? Marie's facade cracks, stammers, unable to spin convincing response. Judge's ruling comes swiftly. Mrs. Clark, evidence against you overwhelming. Your restraining order hereby dismissed. I'm referring your case for investigation of perjury and filing false claims. As for divorce proceedings, all assets will remain under Mr. Clark's control until further notice. Weight lifts off chest as gavel strikes. It's over, or so I thought. That night, return to house. Sense of unease settles over me. Victory in court hasn't stopped Marie before. Knows she still has cards left to play? Phone buzzes with message. Unknown number. Nice win today, Benjamin. Too bad it won't matter. When I'm done, knot in stomach tightens. Call Samantha immediately. She's planning something. Let her try, Samantha replies. We've got upper hand now. Whatever she does, she'll only dig herself deeper. Want to believe her? But something about message feels different. At 2 a.m., instincts proven right. Loud crash jolts me awake. Grab pistol from bedside drawer. Creep downstairs. Heart pounding. Living room window shattered. Glass glinting in moonlight. Then hear voices. Find him. Marie's unmistakable voice hisses from outside. Crouch by staircase, staying in shadows. Marie and Richard brought reinforcements. Two men I don't recognize. Move through house. Flashlights cutting through dark. This is your last chance, Benjamin. Marie shouts. You wanted war. Well, here it is. Her voice shrill. Unhinged. Stay low. Slip through kitchen. Out back door. Military training kicks in. Move silently around house. Position myself to see them. Without being seen, phone buzzes. There's nowhere to run. We'll finish you off soon. So accept your fate. Reply, finger steady. I'm not running anywhere, bastards. And guess who's in my crosshairs right now? Ray's rifle retrieved from garage. Scope trained on Richard, who's closest to shattered window. Sound of my voice startles them. Step into view. Looking for me? Ask tone calm but ice cold. Marie spins around, her flashlight trembling. Benjamin, put the gun down, she shrieks. Funny. Say aim steady. That's exactly what I was going to say to you. Richard takes step forward. Fire warning shot into ground. Move again. Next one isn't warning. Growl words out. Two unfamiliar men bolt. Their loyalty clearly not worth dying for. Leaves Richard and Marie, frozen in place. You think this ends with you coming into my house? Say voice rising. You lost, Marie. In court, in life, everywhere. Don't get to rewrite rules. Just because you can't handle consequences. Marie's defiance melts into fear. Richard drops his weapon. A crowbar. Raises hands. You're insane, man, he mutters. Am I? Asks coldly. Or am I just done playing nice? Call cops. As Marie and Richard sit on ground, their hands zip-tied, with cords grabbed from garage. By time police arrive, Marie's tears flowing freely. But don't sway anyone. You're done, tell her as they haul her into squad car. No more threats. No more games. It's over. She doesn't reply, head hanging low. As sun rises next morning, sit on porch with cup of coffee, watching world wake up. Storm finally over. For first time in months, feel free. House quiet now, eerily so. Chaos of past weeks, swept away like storm. That finally ran out of fury. But silence isn't peaceful. It's heavy, like eye of hurricane. Learn better than assume. Marie and Richard are done. Sit at dining table, with glass of whiskey, staring at small black device in hand. Burner phone Richard dropped during break-in. Cops overlooked it, but I hadn't. Flip it open. Scroll through texts. Most are mundane. Plans to meet. Snarky comments about me. But one message stands out. From Marie. Tonight's the night. When it's over, Benjamin will have nothing left. Burn it all. Burn it all. Pulse quickens. Call Samantha immediately. Benjamin, she answers groggily. Samantha, I think there's more to this. Say voice tight. Marie and Richard, they weren't just after me personally. They were planning something bigger. Something destructive. Samantha sighs. Benjamin, you're safe now. Richard's in custody. Marie's facing charges. They've lost. Don't reply. Gut tells me otherwise. Next morning, instincts validated. Drive to office downtown. Determined to retrieve documents for Samantha. Might help finalize divorce proceedings. When get there, scene stops me cold. Building surrounded by fire trucks. Black smoke billowing into sky. Jump out of car. Heart pounding. What happened? Ask firefighter near scene. Arson, he says grimly. Started in upper levels. Spread fast. Lucky no one was inside. My office on 3rd floor. Everything gone. Records. Evidence. Personal files. All up in smoke. Clench fists. Marie. That night. Sit in darkened living room. Waiting. If Marie thinks this is over, she's wrong. She's already shown her cards. Desperation. Violence. Chaos. But I still have upper hand. Phone buzzes. Unknown number. Hope you enjoyed fireworks. We're not done yet. Stare at message. Rage finally boiling over. I'm not done either. Reply. Around midnight, car pulls up outside house. Watch through blinds. As Marie steps out, her silhouette illuminated by streetlights. She's alone, but doubt she's unarmed. Approaches door. Knocks. Movements sharp and impatient. Benjamin, open up, she yells. Voice filled with venom. We need to talk. Don't move. Instead, grab phone. Hit send on pre-drafted text to cops, alerting them of intruder at my address. She knocks again. Harder this time. Open door just enough to see her face. What do you want, Marie? Ask coldly. Her lips twist into bitter smile. You think you've won, don't you? She hisses. You think this little court victory means anything? You ruined my life, Benjamin. Took everything from me, and you expect me to just walk away? No. Say evenly. I expect you to dig your own grave. And you're doing great job of it. Suddenly, she lunges forward. trying to force way inside. Step back. Grab baton placed by door. Don't, bark raising weapon. Her eyes burn with hatred. You're pathetic, she spats. You think hiding behind lawyers and cops makes you strong? You're nothing, Benjamin. Nothing. Don't flinch. Then why are you so obsessed with me? Before she can answer, sound of sirens pierces night. Red and blue lights flash against walls. Police cars screech to halt. In front of house, Marie freezes, her bravado evaporating. You called cops? She whispers, voice trembling. Smirk. Did you think I'd let you walk away from this? Officers cuff Marie as she screams and thrashes, spouting every insult and curse she can muster. Richard already implicated in arson, now with Marie caught trespassing and threatening me. Her fate sealed. As they lead her away, she turns one last time, face twisted in rage. This isn't over, Benjamin. She screams, I'll make you pay for this. Watch her disappear into back of squad car. Strange sense of calm washes over me. For first time in months, believe her threats are empty. She has no power left. Following weeks bring closure. Court awards me full control of assets, including house and savings. Samantha ensures Marie's antics, thoroughly documented, making her legal battles almost impossible to win. Richard sentenced for role in break-in and arson. Marie faces charges of her own. But victory isn't about money or punishment. It's about reclaiming my life. One evening, sit on back porch, beer in hand. Reflect on everything that happened. Marie's betrayal, chaos she unleashed, strength I found to stand against it, all shaped me in ways never expected. Think about man I was before. One who let his wife's lies chip away at him. That man is gone. In his place, someone stronger. Someone who won't tolerate deceit or manipulation ever again. If learned one thing, it's this: can't control what others do, but can control how you respond. And sometimes best revenge isn't revenge at all. It's rising above. Take long sip of beer, warmth of setting sun on face. Life isn't perfect, but it's mine again, and that's enough.